Hola Colchoneros, welcome back to Atleti Fanatics. And before we start with the brief about the Atletico Baleares game, just a quick request actually, not a shout, like and subscribe as usual. So smash the subscribe button as Atleti is smashing our hopes at the moment. And without any further delay, let's start with a quick brief about the game against Atletico Baleares, which happened in midweek. It was a very interesting game, 3-2, and could have been worse actually. Juan Musso saved a penalty. Juan Musso saved many 1v1s as well. And I mean, like, that match actually shows a lot that who should be staying at this club and who should not be staying at this club. With I think at least 4 or 5 players you can name it. Nahuel Molina again. I don't know. Like I was like defending him for like the few games back then, but this game I can't
Can't
like
anymore, can you?
exactly. So it was such a bad game, to be honest. Like even though we won, yes, but then defensively it was such a bad game. Your thoughts, Fran?
Yes, it was a very weak game. I don't even think we really dominated them either. So like we played like we always do against normal LaLiga teams, and this is a team from the fourth division. And yes, we know that our backups aren't the quality of our starters, but come on, Atlético Baleares, Molina defensively so bad, so bad. His SofaScore rating is so good because he made an assist, but his game was so bad. And another one that I didn't quite like a lot was Almada. Like he had zero influence in the game. I rarely remember us attacking through that side, and when we attacked through that side, he didn't choose his options well. But I am happy that Griezmann got his 2 goals. Raspadori scored a header, so we can end the lie of Sorloth. We have a better header of the ball right here. So and I like that Gallagher played closer to the half spaces. You have to play players where they are best. And Gallagher plays best close to the box, and he showed it for a brief moment in the goal because he didn't do it super often. But yeah, no, it was a really poor game. I didn't like it at all. We can't not dominate teams from the fourth division, but well.
True. I mean, like it was a very nice pitch though for a like fourth division team. The pitch was very nice. I was really impressed with the pitch because like I've seen the Copa del Rey matches with like very bad pitches. Do you guys remember like last season?
Oh
There was
yeah,
this one pitch that was so bad. But anyway, same case. Go
6-7.
on.
Oh sure. I think it's I don't know if you can see there's a little concerned Atleti fan there, and the reason for that is because I think this December has been a pretty, despite the results being like 2 wins and two losses, it's a pretty concerning set of results because you come into it from you're flying high, you change your tactics, you start to trust a bit more of your squad, and yet at the same time, when you really push comes to shove, you fall back on I think some players you really shouldn't be fall back on. I feel like we've already said that a few times, but more than that is like the system in place is kind of making me a little concerned. We're halfway into the season and it hasn't fixed itself yet. Um, we've played against Valencia. Valencia were comfortably better than us for the maturity of the game. We kind of won off of individual talent. I could say the exact same thing against Atletico Baleares. Yeah, we won 3-2, but that's just because we have better players. Like we're paying big bucks for big players, and they showed up on us. Great. Like I could say maybe 4 players played really well in that game, if so much. Musso obviously being the crown of all of them because he saved a penalty, had like 6 one-on-ones. Like it just really good performance from him. But why is he called into question this often? What is our defense? You know what I mean? You can't even blame it on he got injured in the first 10 minutes.
Yes, and
True.
like our opposition, Atletico Baleares, created 7 clear chances. That's a lot.
That can't be sustainable. Like
not even counting the penalties, like 7 clear chances. That's insane.
Really bad.
That's something I expect from a La Liga team.
not even just a La Liga team. I expect that from a big La Liga team in the sense of like, I don't
Yes,
think
so,
Barcelona created 7 clear chances against us.
so
So
if you're consistently
Even
letting
Arsenal
this,
actually.
not even us.
Arsenal,
uh,
Arsenal, Barcelona, Liverpool.
yeah, but
Uh,
if we're consistently letting these teams dominate, or at least not impose ourselves against
Yeah.
these teams, it's not sustainable.
That's like so as I'm saying, it's like it's not sustainable. But more than that, is like okay, why are you letting a fourth division team control the game? Like you know that we can't suffer well, right? Like we know that, right? We don't have the players for it. We don't have the structure for it. We don't have the team for it. You have to change your tactics to what you have in front of you. You know
Yeah,
that
that,
Molina does not give you good build up. Why are you trying to use Molina in good to build up? You know that Gallagher doesn't give you great things. Like I'm not saying that you can't do it in this game because again, this is fourth division. But if they can't show, like if you can't, if the tactic is still not working, like okay, fair enough, it doesn't work against Valencia, right? Even if Valencia is a relegation side, they're still a La Liga team. They still have a lot of talent and these other things. This is a fourth division side, or is it third division? I can't remember, right? It is third.
or,
Which one is it? It is
or
fourth. Okay, I'm correct. It if Molina cannot be serious in this game where he shows some level of defensive solidity and understanding these other things, not to put it all on him because that's not fair. But if his weakness is this exploitable in against this team, if Galan is this invisible against this team, if Lenormand gives me no sort of confidence against this team, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just the back line. Hanko wasn't even great this game either. You know what I mean? Like, but it's more than just that. It's like a lot of players here would are taking up this spot, and I'm thinking to myself, when we were 3-1 up, we had the chance to sub on Bonya, take off Molina, who has been terrible the entire game and already has an assist. There's nothing more you can get out of him. Put in a right back, have a nice little, give him a little
yeah,
10 minutes against a fourth division team, which they comfortably beat the last time they played each other with LTP.
yeah,
Put
and
on Nico, he gives away a penalty. It's 3-2. You have to suffer for 4 minutes. What is this?
and we're seeing like the usual of the season, the theme of the season, that is Simeone forcing our players to do things that are not comfortable, because if we don't dominate with the players that we had on the pitch against this team, we're obviously going to suffer. Like, you don't want Lengle defending deep. But something that I find interesting is that when we had Reinildo as the left center back in the back three, Simeone was smart about it. He didn't build up through Reinildo because he isn't the best player on the build up. He used as isolated. He built up from the right side and then switched to Reinildo when he had more space, no press, to have as a relief option. But now he has Lengle on the left side and Molina on the right side. He chooses to build up with Molina. So it's these things that he used to do before, but now he doesn't do it. So
Yeah,
I don't
it's like
understand.
speak what you will about Longley and his weaknesses, of which there are many, but Longley and Galan is infinitely better build up than Molina and Lenormand. So
Yeah.
just use that side. Obviously, again, we can't talk too much about Longley because he wasn't there, but Hanko is the same thing. Like you can build up on the left hand side.
Yes, of course.
Ideally, a left hand side of Galan, Hanko, and Almada should be an easy build up to create clear dominance and have chances creation nonstop, especially with Griezmann and Rashford already there. I never saw it. Nothing happened. That's all I want to say about this. But it's like we're about to play. Before we get into the preview, obviously, I'll just say it briefly. It's like we're about to play Girona, who've been terrible the entire season. They've gotten a nice set of form now. I'm a little concerned considering the past set of results against similar level of opposition, if not worse. So, yeah.
True, true. And I mean, I think Longley is out for 2 months or so, something like this.
Yes.
So yeah, even though we hate him for the club, but again, I would not mean anything like that to happen to a player. So yeah, it's very, very unfortunate that happened. But anyway,
I mean, it's especially bad because I wanted him gone in January. No, he can't leave in January. So
That's the other side of it as well, which I
Yeah,
didn't see.
and when
But
you when you when you get a bad injury yourself, you realize that okay, it's not so good to wish this upon another player.
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah. So again, very unfortunate. Like we hope he recovers quickly, even though we don't like to see him play. But still, I hope he recovers quickly. Talking about recovery, Bain and Jimenez are almost back. I think they will be back for the game against Real Sociedad, which is the La Liga game after this game, after the winter break, literally, and before we are traveling to Saudi Arabia for the Super Cup. And I think Lorente is back as well. Lorente is back in training as well. So finally, no Molina Bowl uh, anymore. Maybe we'll see if we will get to see Lorente in this match or not. But anyway, talking about the game again in midweek, like again, like set piece has been a problem for us. Even a fourth division team scored from a set piece against us. I mean, I don't know like how to take this, and they were actually threatening us constantly on set pieces, where I think they probably could have equalized as well. They had the chance. But anyway, now I really want to talk about quickly on the left back position because I really feel I don't know why. I think like Renildo is still better than the left backs we still have.
It's not a ridiculous thing to say. I I
Like I think that
Me
was
and
like I
you felt this way in the summer where we were like, okay, post ACL Ronaldo is not pre ACL Ronaldo, right? We both understand that. But at the same time, what he offers, even in his limited capabilities, is still infinitely more useful to Atletico and the way that we want to play than Galan is. So extend him. He's not on he was never on any big money. He was on very low wages too. So extend him and get rid of Galan. Like Galan has a market in La Liga. Like you can sell him for cheap. We bought him for like 3 million. Like you can make a profit off that. Come, be for real.
True. I mean, Galan was like very good going forward. Don't get me wrong. He was very good going forward. Like
Yes.
defensively, again, you can't really expect much from having Galan defensively. But going forward, like he is good, and I think that's something Ruggieri lacks. But
Yes.
like Ruggieri can give you that calmness in defense. Like like you'll be at least like hope. Like like maybe he'll be good defensively and like aerially. Obviously, Ruggieri is good. But again, I think Ruggieri has to improve his offensive game as a
But
Simeone fullback, he has to improve his offensive game.
I agree, but
But
it's like part of it is also Simeone's fault because we barely ever play properly good offensive football too.
that's true. No, but like what my point was, like Ronaldo was good at both. That's what I'm saying. Like with this,
He wasn't that good going for.
still, no. I mean, come on, no, come on. Do you guys remember the game against? We were away. I think it was Osasuna. I can't really remember.
I think I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
yes, yes.
I think it was
Um,
Osasuna, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact game. I know what you're going to talk about, but wait. Is really Ruggeri secure at the back, or is he just a big guy?
Well, he's just a big guy who Simeone trusts. Sometimes, again, not always. Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay, okay. I thought you added like you had to
No,
add
no,
more to it,
no,
but
no, no,
okay.
no.
All right. Now let's just talk about the Girona game. Okay, so Girona has been struggling throughout the season, and like again, like Girona is a perfect example of how you should not manage a club when you make it at a very top level. For example, they made it to the Champions League, lost all their players, and then back to where Girona actually was, bottom of the table. But again, last season when we played at Montilivi, we scored 3 goals. Obviously, a hat trick from Sorloth with Julian Alvarez gifting him the third goal. Now, at the moment, should be an easy match, guys. But it's Atleti, so yeah, it won't really be easy. That's what I'm saying. So again, initial thoughts on this match.
Um, okay, on paper you look at Girona and they are on relegation spots, so you say, okay, easy match. But let's consider some things. Mitchell on the past, not really right now, has been good at dominating the ball. And we struggled a lot against Valencia. We didn't dominate Valencia, and they are on a similar spot. However, Girona have a lot of individual quality. They are not doing well, but their individual quality is insane. You have Onahi, Brian Hill, those players that can change games and can do stuff.
Not Brian Hill, but yeah, Unai. I can agree. Unai, I can agree. Unai, I think we were linked with Unai as well at one point.
It's a bit underrated to me, because I think Onahi and Brian Hill have been playing quite well together. But okay, it's besides the point. But they have a lot of individual quality, much more than other teams. I know they are not doing quite well, but Asprilla, Unahi, Tsigankov, if he can remember what he used to do well before, these are players that aren't as bad as Hugo Duro, So if you compare it against Valencia, we have a lot more to fear, in my opinion. But the other thing is that we're playing away from home, so we struggle away from home. So yes, on paper it should be an easy game because they are not doing well, but I am a bit afraid still.
They also have one of the guy, which too, now Martinez. Do you guys remember now Martinez as a right back?
Yes.
Yes.
We were
linked with them as well. Yeah.
Being coming as a substitute that summer was really disappointing. Summer looking back at it, the main three signings were Arnau, Martinez, Galan, and the guy who went to PSG, Kang In Lee. That was supposed to be our big summer of a total of like 40 million. And we needed like 6 players to come in.
Yeah, but I see Arnau and Pubil like the interchangeable. Like Pubil obviously much better, but Arnau is that center back, right back hybrid that Pubil is as well. So you didn't get Arnau, but you got Pubil. So I found that as a win.
Yeah, in the long run, it ended up better, but I still think Kang In Lee would have been great, especially because I think we was trying to set up. We did in that same summer. We had the Korean tour. We had the opening of the Korean Atleti social media accounts. Like they were banking a lot on that Kang In Lee signing. They kind of cheaped out. They wanted 18. Valencia wanted 18. PSG paid 19. Got him. I was just like, are you serious? Like, just pay the 19 and tell them to come. Like, I don't understand. But whatever. I say all this, but it's like the Girona situation is a bit weird. It's like they have Witzel and Lamar there, Witzel still he went back into midfield, which is a bit of a shock considering I think he wasn't mobile enough.
For those who don't know, I am like the biggest Witzel fan of all time. So I will be rooting for him to do well.
And the same is for me with Lamar, which is big fan. He's having a decent-ish season right now. Not great, but
it's a bicycle kick this season. So.
Against Barca too, which is hilarious. Like I don't know. All of the things I said before about the Atletico Baleares thing, and then you compound that on the fact that we're away from home, is a bit concerning. The only solace I get is that Gazzaniga is a terrible keeper. Like he will make a mistake, like a calamitous mistake.
Oh no! He will play like the game of his life against us.
No, not at all. He's been
there.
Bad
you're wrong.
Consistently too.
Wait, who? Because they have Gazzaniga and Livakovic.
They don't play him. At all.
Gazzaniga plays most of the time, but again, since I mentioned like about Girona, like if it's an easy match or not, I just forgot they played a draw against Real Madrid at Montilivi as well.
That's what I'm saying. So they're in the best form of the season thus far. We are in our worst form of the season.
Yeah, and they have good momentum because they come from a really good win against La Real, which resulted on Sergio Francisco being fired. So they are on good form coming into this game. So that's something you have to pay attention to.
True. But like, who would be your like standout player in this team? For me, I would say like I think we really have to, I think, close down Unai in this match. Unai has to be the guy.
Onahi is the one that pulls the strings in that team.
I don't
Exactly,
trust him
like
to be able to stop him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
remember
if he what if he plays Johnny Cardoso?
But if he does play with Johnny Cardoso, like so far this season, right? Even if Johnny is or is not fit, when have we really shut down an opposition team's midfield thus far this season?
Yep. And even from what I saw from Johnny so far this season, I haven't seen a really aggressive midfielder in the middle. He has been winning duels pretty comfortably, but hasn't been really aggressive. And I don't know if he'll close all the spaces that Onahi will get in the middle. But yes, he's an incredible player. He's the one that's going to pull the strings in this team, so we have to be afraid of him.
True. And I would say again, like, like he's very underrated, like for again Girona, like Stuani coming in the second half. Stuani is a different guy coming in the second half with the
That's like
long balls and everything.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like. But again, like I was just looking at the matches, like Girona has played very good against the teams, like for example, like the top 5, top 6 teams. Barcelona had difficulty against Girona. They played a draw against Real Madrid again. La Real, Real Sociedad. They defeated them, and then there's this Athletic Bilbao. I think they played a draw against Athletic Bilbao as well. So they've been playing very good against top teams. So another thing to look out actually.
Oh, Alex, sorry. I just saw that Stuani is injured. So.
Oh, nice. No dates, no
They
late.
have a lot of injuries. They have Van de Beek injured, Stuani, Abel Ruiz. Oh wait, it says here that Ounahi isn't going to play against us.
Why? Suspension?
I don't know. It says out here in SofaScore. Portu, David Lopez, and Banat all injured. I don't know who Nahi. Maybe he got like.
Abel Ruiz is a +1 for.
I mean, literally said like half of the lineup. Like, what the hell?
Yes. I'm going to wait. I think it's yellow cards, but let me look for it.
But yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation with Atletico, where it's like I think I feel like I said this at the start of the season. I want to trust Simeone because even though we would get in results, we're playing very good football, and all we needed is to get the finishing and the consistency. And by this time that I'm talking about, like December, January, we should be in a comfortable spot where we can properly challenge for all of the competitions. We're still challenging. I don't know if it's comfortable at all. I don't know how I feel about the way that we play. I think we play much worse. I think we are not focusing on trying to play with Alvarez at all. With kind of shoehorning Sola. Ironically, also, Sola would have been a good player for that Atletico Baleares game. It would have made it a lot easier for us because then we would not have to build up via Molina.
Unai has 6 yellow cards, by the way. So I think like you need 5 to be suspended. He has 6. So I think like he has.
It can't be suspension then.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be something else.
African Cup.
Oh, AFCON. Right,
Yes.
he's Moroccan.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid.
Wait, hang on. Like, no, hang on. Like, so like, I don't like the Premier League players like staying until this match day and then they're leaving.
I just saw a story on the newspaper AS, and it says that yes, he's leaving. Like the last game was the game against La Real, but I don't know how true is that.
I mean, this is about the time that you should be going back to your national team because they're gonna start at the end of December. So.
Yes, as far as I know.
I'm so stupid.
Yes, but Morocco played the first game. They play on Sunday. No, yes, Morocco play on Sunday in the AFCON, and Atleti also play on Sunday against Girona.
Yeah, he can't be there. He's too.
So, yeah,
he's too
that makes sense.
for
Yeah.
Morocco to just drop him for Girona anyway. So.
True. That makes sense. So anyway, guys. So I mean, that's like again one of our threats we were just talking about. Like, is actually not available. So okay. So
Huge relief.
Huge relief, yes, but again, it's Atleti. Like it's either going to be a very, very crazy scoreline, or it will be something like, for example, last season when Longley scored a goal, Sorloth scored a hat trick, unlike goal scorers. And then
I
again,
think that game sealed our fate in keeping them there somewhere, you know.
that's true. That's true. Especially
Like,
Longley, actually. Especially Longley. I think like if he doesn't score that goal, I think Longley was gone.
because
But yeah,
everything was set up for him to leave.
true, true. And like he scored that goal. He's like, yeah, give me my pen. I'm gonna sign the papers. But yeah. Anyway, so I don't think there's much to add to this game then, because again, like if Girona doesn't really have much of their players, and then again we have players coming back, and I think it should be easy, and hopefully it is. Let's just go quickly for a possible lineup. What do you guys think? Who should start?
Um, it doesn't matter what Pupil has to start. I don't know if it's a centre back or a right back.
Now,
Yes,
Robin Nomand is back as well.
I don't care.
No,
I
considering Norman is back, I would play him. I would play Pubil as a right back. I don't want to
There
see
you go.
Molina.
Exactly, exactly. I think Simeone also said the same in the press conference. Like I think like I have to play Marco Pil like much wider, like and going forward as well. When he mentioned about Marco Pil, and he was very very positive about him. And after all of that, interview and everything, if he benches him, that'll be very very
Do you remember the
furious.
news that Osasuna was very, very strongly linked?
Looking forward to
Yes.
sign him. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Another thing I'm not feeling particularly comfortable with this season with Simeone, but anyway,
Literally, Pubil being on good form saved him from going to Osasuna, so it saved pretty much our season.
Saved us as well. Saved us as
Yes.
well, I would say. But anyway, I think Marco Bill will play as a right back, and then Roblin Oman will play as a right centre back, and then David Hanshko again left centre back, and then Ruggeri would play as a left back.
Mhm.
I won't be surprised if Diego Simeone starts Javi Galan as well.
Considering Galan and Molina starts it against Atletico Baleares, I think what's going to happen is what you say: Pubil, Lenormand, Hanchko, and Ruggeri.
Is after that is where it's like, okay, well, it's probably Giuliano. Is it going
Yeah.
to be
Giuliano,
Barrios? Is it going to be Caruso? Is it going to be,
I think I'd like to see Cardoso Barrios because I think like going forward that has to be our double pivot. It has to be Cardoso and Barrios. And again, it's a perfect time. Again, like we were just saying, Girona doesn't really have much of their players. Like you're gonna be
Okay.
competing with Lemar and Witzel in midfield. So
I have a question.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's not ideal because we don't have the number of players to do it. But what do we think about a midfield of Coque, Barrios, and Shoni?
like as in a three.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I'd like
Yeah,
to
but
see that because
I
you
like
can
to
put
see
Barrios
it.
further forward, and then you have Cookie controlling the midfield with Johnny covering.
but Simeone won't change. Like he won't go from the
No,
4-4,
obviously,
the
I was
classic
just,
forward.
I was just asking, like, what do we feel about
If in that sense, like I can think of a lot of formation we can play, but
I would put
like it's
Barrios on no, not Barrios. I'd put Barrios on that left hand side instead of Almada because I think last season
Yes,
I think our best midfield was Barrios, Koke, and De Paul.
Paul. Yeah, but I remember like most of my favorite Barrios games are of him playing more advanced, like as an advanced eight. He play more in the block, dropping to pick the ball up and attacking the half spaces. I really like that. So I want to see that again at some point.
I too. I don't think he's
Makes
going to do
sense.
it though, but I'd like to see it. I think we're just going to get another Nico start.
Yeah.
We're just going to have let's do a counter of the amount of times Nico has to start until we have the obligation to close.
Okay, well, wait. So I assume that maybe Almada could get a start, but after the Atletico Baleares game, I don't think he's going to get I don't think Almada really took advantage of his chance against Atletico Baleares.
To be fair though, Fran,
That's true. That's true. I think like the problem with Almada is I don't know. Like he'll be very good. Like like on the pitch. Like I don't know like what happens to him like when he's getting to the final third. He makes very very bad decisions getting into the final third.
I said it on when he came before. Like at what he has done the best before is grab the ball, drive it forward, and then releasing it before the final third. Like, I see him more as a transition player more than someone established in possession, because as you say, when he reaches the final third, he doesn't really choose his options well, but he's quite good at carrying the ball forward. But yeah, that's why I prefer him to play closer to the wing rather than super deep, because I don't like the decisions he makes most of the time.
Especially,
True.
though, I think
I
I was
agree.
going to say, to be fair though, Fran, even though he
Yes.
didn't take his chances in the last game, Simeone has typically rewarded players after having a completely terrible game by
That's
giving
true.
them a start anyway. So we might see Almada.
Might, but again, like the players you're talking about are usually Longley, Molina, and Nico Gonzalez.
True. Longley gave us a red card, and then we didn't see him until the Barcelona game. Played terrible, and then he got rewarded with another start against
Yes.
Atletico Bilbao, where he also played terrible.
Okay, and we didn't talk about it, but what do we think about the game against Atletico Baleares from Carlos Martin?
I think he's good.
After the lineup, let's just finish the lineup. Okay, so
Who's he front
So-
to, actually?
yeah, so no, hang on. So like Nico, Cardoso, Barrios, and Giuliano, and then the front two. I think Solot will start. I think Simone will definitely give a start to
He
Solot.
came out to the lineup randomly at the last part. So is he fully fit or not?
It says SofaScore says he's doubtful for the game.
I think he has like a discomfort. So I'm not sure if
Okay.
he'll play.
Then
But
Griezmann, I
If,
think
if
Griezmann and
he
Julian
is
Alvarez
fit,
will.
he might start though. I think he.
Yeah, if he's not, then Griezmann and Alvarez.
Now, yes, for me, Griezmann is 100% going to start after his 2 goals.
I think I just hope we can actually play good football again. But that's definitely possible.
Yes. At the end of the day, I just want to see the team playing good football and really dominating an obviously weaker team. But, well,
So
True. Now we can talk about Carlos Martin. Yes.
okay.
So in case I'm gonna give you like the first go. What do you think he did good throughout the game?
I think he was doing well in terms of holding width. I think he could have released the ball a bit sooner for some of the runs.
Again, I'm saying good. You're counting with the bad things.
I'm just
Good.
giving him criticism. He was good defensively. He was off a lot of times. The better parts of the first half was him dropping and doing effectively what Giuliano typically does, which is realizing Molina's not good enough defensively and then taking over for his position. For the one-on-ones on the wide. Anytime that he did that, we actually managed to actually block crosses, and it wasn't as dangerous for us. He was decent in build-up too, which was I don't really know him to be a particularly good passer, so that was nice to see as well. I think he could have done a bit more in terms of actually just carrying the ball. I think he's fast enough. He's one of our faster players, so he's fast enough that he should take advantage of that, especially against a team that.
He showed that a bit. Like, I remember some carries into the central zones that were pretty good.
But I wanted to see more of it because of the fact that I think they couldn't handle it. Like, we saw those 1 or 2 moments when I was just like, okay, well, do that more, because they clearly can't handle it. And you saw in the goal that Molina creates on the right-hand side. It's from the same thing. Molina decides 1 or 2 times. It's like, well, I'm just going to run. And then after running, there's enough space that you can just make a free cross. After getting a free cross, we get a free goal. You know what I mean? So I was hoping to see a little bit more than that. That's about it. I think he was a good performance, maybe like 6.5, like I said, out of 10. Decent showing. Nothing much you could say out of a wing back. But yeah.
Okay, so you're not gonna count the empty net he missed. Okay, the second thing, you're not gonna count again. He lost the ball twice, and I'm gonna just reflect on those 2 lost balls. Yeah, which the defense was opened up because again Javi Galan opened up because he was expecting a pass from Carlos Martin. You leave David Hansko alone, and then again you can't defend that because again you lost the ball. So again, like, you clearly gave away a chance to Atletico Baleares. could have been equalizer over there as well. So I think for me, like, yes, I'm not saying like he had like a very very bad game, but I'm saying that he didn't have a very good game as well.
I don't agree, but even then, I
And
think Atletico
and I
as a
would say,
team.
like, again, like, if we are keeping up the spaces, I don't think like we just like keeping him for the bench. Like, I think there were matches where he could have come on in the second half, but again, like you mentioned, like, like the ball
Realistic,
carries, like in some moments he was good with ball
yeah.
carries, but like again, no, I think most of the time he lost the ball.
Oh, okay. Two into most of the time, but that's crazy. Anyway, even if that's the case, it's like I think when you give away a ball, right, and in these situations, Atletico throughout the season, Atletico Madrid has looked completely in shambles. I'm not saying that I'm expecting our team to be 100% ready for everything, but I'm saying we should be ready for situations where somebody makes a mistake. Because when you look at league title winning season, right, in 2021, we many times when we occasionally lost the ball, either from Saul or Llorente doing a occasional bad pass or Koke, whatever it is, although Koke didn't happen often, you're expecting something good to happen out of that situation for your team because you want your defense to be at least alert enough for the situation to happen. I'm not going to say 100% is Galan's fault, but I'm saying you should be in a position where if something goes wrong, you can take advantage, you can still be effective. Hanko, I don't know what to say about that one. That was actually very shocking about how bad that was. He was completely unaware. And then
Yeah, because he didn't expect someone to lose the ball in such a critical area,
why are you not expecting him?
because he's trusting his teammate.
No, you trust, but you verify. When I see situations like that with him, and
So again, so you're saying
I
trust
have
but
to.
verify, but again, it's Carlos Martin. So like you're saying trust but verify. So like, are you saying like again, like you should not trust Carlos Martin in that situation? Like,
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you trust him in so much that you expect the pass. But if the pass is not going to happen, you should be in a position where you're not immediately completely out of dead water. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you have to not risk everything
Yes.
and giving all that space. It's common sense. Like you don't play with.
Look at what
Yeah.
Savage was doing. But like when Molina made a mistake in the back line, which was fairly regular, Savage was always there to cover for the situation because not because he's expecting any mistake. He's expecting him to do it well, but because he's always in a position where it's not a problem. I can't say the same about a lot of our centre backs. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But and it's not specifically the centre backs or anything. It's like this is something that you have to coach as a defensive, like as a coach in general.
But a typical rest defense situation in football. Like obviously, when you attack, you're not going to completely leave the defense weakened. You have to have the players in good positions for maybe if there's a counter attack from the position. Like it's common sense.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, yes, he made a mistake on the ball, but okay.
but
Yeah,
again, like even when he lost the ball, again, if you look, even when he lost the ball,
yeah, but
like who showed the
Doing
who showed
real
the
hard
who
in the
showed the
paint for this
courage. Hang on, who showed the courage to go back actually to defend it? It was Johnny
Mm,
Cardoso coming from behind, and
nice
then
job. Nice.
um,
I'm just saying, like if he's getting the chance to play, he should make the most of it. Like he didn't make the
I,
most of it.
I'll remember
As
this, Alex, because
as simple as that.
this
you know,
is went hard in here for colors, Martin. I remember this for when Tola decides to, as per usual, do complete shit on the pitch.
And no,
I
I'll be
think
with you. I'll be with you. If he shifts on the pitch, I'll be with you on that one.
I think
If again,
we're
if
Mhm.
I am like in the middle with Carlos Martin. I'm not like a huge fan. I know Sankik is a huge fan, and Alex is always there to criticize. But uh, with Carlos Martin, what's the game where you can risk a bit more and uh, maybe like if you lose the ball, not so big. No, it's not such a big problem. It's
Mhm.
against this team, so I want Carlos Martin to be loose and with confidence and try stuff that he wouldn't try usually because it's a fourth division side. So if he loses the ball, I don't really care much. But the main thing in this game was that I think he was good defensively. He was pretty good at covering Molina, at helping him. I saw some carries into midfield that I liked. Yes, he did lose the ball quite a bit, but I really don't mind that. And with the missed chances, as I said with Sorlo, I'd rather he miss 5 chances, but get the opportunities, move, be active, show himself as a pass, than he does nothing and scores 1 goal. I
Which is
much
typically
rather
what he
that.
does, actually.
Yeah.
So
But still, no, I'm saying, look again, like the only player like who has showed again, like when he get the chance and like he showed, I think is we can all can agree is Marco Beal, and that's how you get into the team. As simple
I
as that.
I don't think it's fair that Marco Pubil's situation is very unfair. I think you could even look back at the. So this is that game was a great example of the same thing that happened before against Frankfurt, where in this game we're 3-1 up. There's not much to lose. We're in comfortable daylight. We're playing decent football. Change things up, right? So Frankfurt, we're much higher up. We're like 5-1 up, right? Putting in Pubil in this game is not going to do anything negative or
No,
even negative enough.
no, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that like when, for example, players like we want to see play for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
club. Whenever
You
you
should
get a chance,
try.
you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to perform. Simple. Pubil was getting 5 minutes, 10 minutes. He
Okay.
performed, and
I
look at
get
him
that,
now.
but I'm saying it's like
And
I think I'm not criticizing what you're saying. I'm more criticizing what Simeone has done, which is like in the Frankfurt game, Nico didn't play because he had a fever. Why did he get subbed on over giving Taufik his debut, giving Pupil some minutes, giving Bayana some minutes, giving Carlos Martin some minutes? It's like Carlos Martin until this game had 1 minute of official like minutes for Atletico, of which he's had none in La Liga thus far. Insane.
Wait a second. I do have a problem with something Alex said. I don't think that, okay, you are a youngster, you don't take your chances, it's done. I think like when you have a youngster, you have to give him chances, especially when Carlos Martin hasn't played like in forever. Like there's 6 months of football that he hasn't played at all, and now he's playing. So he can be a little bit off. But when you have a youngster, I think that you have to play him, let him have his minutes, and let him know that if he does stuff wrong, it doesn't matter. That it will not define his game time or whatever. He has to know that whatever mistakes he's going to make aren't really going to take away all his game time, and that's it. Like you didn't take your chances, you're out.
Because then
I
you
don't
put
think.
no, Fran, no, Fran. I'm not saying that. Like I definitely agree on that. But again, like look at the squad we have right now.
it's
Like
too big.
for this match, we only had like a place for Javi Bonar and the keeper. That's it. Only 2 academy players. That's the kind of like squad we have right now. So if you get the opportunity, I think you should make the most of it because the squad is like so jam packed. Like you
Okay.
get me, and they
I
are
agree
so
with
like
that.
even Raspadori is getting limited minutes. I'm not just talking about like Carlos Martin right now. Raspadori is getting limited minutes, and like again, he is
We
almost
should
off
we
to
should talk about that just
Roma.
a bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
but
we will.
is our squad really packed? Because we don't have a Juliano backup for in the team, and Carlos Martin could be that Juliano backup, but he hasn't been that at all.
Technically, that's supposed to be Nico's job, but Nico's not on the right for some reason.
Yes, obviously.
True. So again, so there are a lot of things over here. Actually, I don't know why. Because why Nico Gonzalez play on the left hand side, not on the right hand side? Because it's clearly seen, like coming to the last 10 minutes of the game, Giuliano is very very tired, and we don't really substitute him. And with this constant playing of Nico Gonzalez on the left hand side, really frustrates every Atleti fan. So again, I
So
think
ideally,
Simeone.
you'd put on Carlos Martin in those minutes, give him some small minutes, give him a chance to, you know. But that's
But
not what's happening.
again, he has to show Simeone as well that he can trust him. That's I think where he's
It's
lacking right
it's
now.
it's a complicated situation. It's not as simple as 1+1 = 2 a lot of times for this. I think Simeone has not given a lot of some players in the squad a lot of minutes. I feel like I've already complained about that like a million times.
True.
But
I mean, we can actually name them: Molina, Nico Gonzalez, Longley. There you go, 3 players actually. Yeah, pretty much the perfect trio.
look at like there's a reason why I haven't been too harsh on Galan today, because of the same thing. It's like Galan, last time Galan played was like October. Like we're almost midway into December. I'm not going to be that harsh on you, because even if you are doing mistakes, you haven't really played, and you're more than likely going on your way out into the thing. My concern is more, why are you giving him minutes if you know he's on his way out and you don't trust him? Choose somebody from the academy, right? Like, just don't even put him on the bench if you don't think it makes sense. That's in my head. But Galan was all right. At least offensively he was fairly good in the game. Defensively he was terrible, but offensively he had something to talk about. He got his assist. He did a whatever shift, right? I view a lot of this as Simeone trying to please a very large squad, and Simeone usually likes like somewhere between like 17 to 21 players in the squad. Not much, enough to give academy players a chance when they need to, you know. I don't know why we have such a large amount of players in our squad. Actually, usually we get rid of a lot. So
True, and like sometimes even with this jam-packed team, like when we're struggling, and when you look at the bench, you don't really find an answer,
which is,
which is very concerning.
I think what you're saying there is the hardest part. But it's like, okay, when I look to, if I'm 1-0 behind, 86 minutes in, like I think like Bilbao game, I start Solot, I start Alvarez. Who's my answer? It's either Griezmann, it's Raspadori. It can't be Nico, because Nico's probably started and he was probably default for this in the first place. And then Amada late into the game, is he really going to change the game? I'm not sure. There's not a guarantee with that. You know what I mean? That's what Korea used to offer. That's what I don't know if you could say Cunha, to be honest. Some of these players who we used to have as attacking options off the bench that would guarantee you something, or even midfield options. Like sometimes you could just put on Lamar, who just came off an injury, and then all of a sudden the whole game changes for you. We don't have that luxury anymore. We placated a lot of different things. I think January should, less so on people coming in. It should be a lot more people going out. I'm a little shocked that Raspadori. I guess we'll talk about Raspadori now because I've seen it. But Raspadori has been linked with Roma. I thought Raspadori of our signings was a very, although I wasn't very high on him coming, I didn't really mind him. And when he has shown up for us this season, he's been fairly decent, if not pretty good. Had a good game against Baleares. He's been, I think, only good in Champions League. I think he's been fantastic in Champions League when he's been there. But Roma do need somebody who can really do something on that left-hand side. El Shaarawy hasn't been the same this season as he was in the previous seasons. Don't really have a lot of right footers. It's Sule, is Baldanzi, is Dybala, is everybody. But Dybala's not even fully fit too. So you need somebody to create more chances. We need somebody to give more for Gasperini's Roma. I guess they decided that Raspadori is the clear option, and Raspadori rightfully hasn't got minutes. He wants to play for Italy. They have a chance of going to the World Cup. He needs to be fit. He needs to be ready. I see this as a genuine possibility, if not a guarantee, of him leaving, which is kind of not ideal because he's played what, 3 minutes.
I have a question.
Sure.
You that follow Roma more.
Yes.
What are the possibilities of Dybala leaving right now in January? Because there have been a lot of rumors of him going to Boca. And I don't like that. I do not like that.
I have heavy doubts that he would leave in January. If he is to leave, it'd probably be in the summer. He's not fully fit right now anyway.
Okay, now I was asking because maybe the Raspadori signing was linked to a Dybala departure.
I'm not 100% sure. This whole contract talks about him potentially extended. His injury record has kind of stalled it a little bit, understandably so. But I think he will 100% at least see out the season. I don't know if Raspadori signing is hinged on Dybala leaving. I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
True. So there you go, guys. Raspadori, which again I find it like very very harsh to be honest, because given the again back to the thing, like we talking about the opportunities for Carlos Martin, this guy is not getting opportunities as well, and he's very much in his like prime age. We would say had a very good game against Liverpool, Frankfurt, and then I think it was just the his debut, which was very bad against Espanyol. I still
Yeah.
remember that game. Other than that, I think like he had very very good games, and again he was not really getting much chances. So that was very very. I think Simeone didn't really use him in a proper way. That's what I would say, because he could have played on the left hand side easily, and you can shift Nico Gonzalez to the right hand side. But it hasn't been the case. Instead, it's Nico Gonzalez on the left, Raspadori on the bench. So completely different. And I think St. Casey is showing in solidarity for Raspadori over here with shutting his camera off. But anyway, we move to the next target, that is Goretzka. So again, Goretzka is 30 years old. He can play as a six. He's going to be 31 next year. So I'll just ask Fran this one. What do you think about Goretzka?
I really don't think he can play as a six. I think it's a similar situation to Gallagher. I don't think he's technically secure to play deeper. I don't think he's a good passer. Maybe he can impose himself physically, but really, apart from that, I don't think he's much different from Gallagher. He has played as a six at Bayern for a long time, and he hasn't been good. But I really don't think. Okay, we need a deeper midfielder for the midfield two. He's not it. It's a similar situation to Gallagher. He'll come to play as a midfielder for the midfield two, but you'll realize that okay, maybe this guy is not so good on the midfield two. We have to play him higher up the pitch, and we'll be on the same situation. So I wouldn't bring him. His wages are huge at Bayern.
It's like April something
Yes,
stupid.
so really doesn't make sense.
But I think like like it can also mean this, that maybe Conor Gallagher might leave in January window as well.
Yeah, that's okay. If that happens, you have to bring a player that can play deeper. Yeah, I don't want to replace what Gallagher gave us, because Gallagher really gives us very little. I want to us to get a different player from Gallagher.
True. Let's see. I think like we were all excited about Alemani. I think we talked about this as well. I think the best way to judge him would be in the transfer window. So let's see what happens. We have the transfer window right now, and there was one more a very close signing. I think we made for the under 19 was Hugo from Inter Milan.
Yep.
For the under 19 team, and the young prospect, good. Let's see. But again, I mean, let's see. It's gonna take years still for him to come to the senior team. But yeah,
I'd be shocked if he even sees the light of day in terms of the first team, considering how the others are going. So,
but yes. Anyway, any other rumor other than this? Raspadori, Goretzka.
nothing solid. I think it doesn't change from what we already know. It's
like the general rumors that we're seeing are not super positive, but at the end of the day, they're just rumors that none of them have really had a lot of weight so far. But rumors like paint you a picture of where the club is going or what the club looks for, and so far, I don't think it's super positive. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I really don't think we desperately need a left back, and apparently the club is looking for that.
Yeah, I forgot to mention a left back as well.
Previous episode, right? Me and Alex talked about the previous episode, and we were saying, even if you say Ruggieri is not your ideal, and these other things, which okay, fair enough. We clearly have more pressing matters, right? Like clearly, if Koke gets injured, which he will in the season, like he'll get his mandatory 1 month injury every season, like he does. We're gonna go right back to the same nonsense as last season. Like, please don't make the mistake of last season. Give us a solid midfielder, and then the same thing. If Barrios gets injured, our season is done. No if buts or maybe about that. You know what I mean?
And not only last season, really the season before that as well, because I remember like we needed a midfielder in the winter window, and we got Vermeeren,
Yeah.
and he never played. So it was literally the same situation. So it has been happening for 3 seasons now, and we need to address it. And okay, left back, yes, we need something better, but we need something better in many positions.
Yes.
Like, yes, left back, we need something better, but we have 3, maybe 4 players that can cover that position. Like, it's not that you don't have enough players. On the other hand, midfield, yes, you don't have enough players. Especially when the season gets tougher. You know, we have Supercopa, Champions League, the League, and Copa del Rey. 4 competitions we have to play in January, February. We're going to be screwed if we don't have another player to
like ideally we could, if it was a free for all, yeah, let's get a better striker, let's get a better left back, let's get a better midfield, let's get rid of Molina and get another center back. Let's do everything all at once. But that's not what's gonna happen. I need a midfielder first and foremost. That should be 100% our priority, and it can't be Goretzka, please. Actually somebody who can touch the ball and not destroy, like go like into pieces.
Yeah.
Even if it's Luis Mia, who I think is a bit on the older side in terms of things, and he can't get any sale back from it, you can get something out of him. He's technically sound.
Yeah.
Not my ideal, but more than good enough for what we need. And then you after that, get rid of the bloat. If Simeone is not going to play Carlos Martin, give him a loan. If Simeone is going to is not going to play Raspadori, send him out, I guess. Like you made mistakes in the summer window. It is time to start correcting a lot of them. I think the bulk of that will be done in the summer, although let's see how much influence can really be done, because I think the trust that we have in Molina and the fact that he's not leaving and he quote unquote good performances, right? That Matteo Moretto had talked about when he's saying that Atletico believes in him, and then turn around and say, yeah, we don't like the left back, we need an improvement, is like one of those, I don't know what I'm watching here. You know what I mean? So
No, I mean, like the situation can be like maybe like we're selling Javi Galan and then we're looking for an option in the left back position where Ruggieri can be the second choice, and then you're looking for a first choice left back. That can be a situation, but let's see what happens.
I suppose. I think.
But then again, it'll be something like, you know, like Robertson coming to Atletico or something.
I mean, Grimaldo is an option. I think a lot of Spanish Atleti fans have been talking about Grimaldo. I like him, but defensively, he's not going to be much better than what we already have.
Yeah, like Grimaldo is a player for a 5 at the back, and not much else really.
And if you're going to do a 5 at the back, then you're going to need a center back as well, right? Which, because Longley is out and also Longley is bad, so you need to like actually have something in contingency for that. So either you look for the academy, which I think is a good option, or
no, I mean, like that won't be a bad option, to be honest, because again, like I think now Simeone really has options to play 3 defenders. There's Hansko is there, Jimenez is there, Robulino Mans is here, and then now like Mapubil can play as a center back as well. And we've been yelling from since day one, Mapubil is a center back. So again, you have options to play back 3. And if Grimaldo comes, you can go for that option, yes. But again, if Simeone chooses to, you know, like change his game plan, that's the main thing. If Simeone remains stubborn or like he's gonna change the plan, let's see what happens.
We're 6 months in, so I think the answer's been made for us, which is he's gonna stay stubborn. Unfortunately, normally he's not, which is a little shocking, but yeah. But wow, geez, we've been here for an hour. My word.
For an hour, exactly. So yeah, we're just gonna wrap it up right now. So yeah, guys, again, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys soon for the preview of the match. Again, I was just going to that. Yeah, score prediction, quick, guys, quick.
Oh boy, we're not keeping a clean sheet. Let's say 3-1, and let's call it that.
I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue with the pessimistic vibe. So I'm going to say we lose 2-1.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna go with 3-1 as well, with the one goal coming from Axel Witsel from a corner. I wouldn't be surprised with that, actually.
I will celebrate that.
But anyway, guys, we'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, in a much more happy manner, not like in a frustrated manner. But
Yes.
yeah, and hopefully no more debates going on between us. Yeah, hopefully all three of us going in one direction. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Until then, ciao ciao. Opatleti.